Welcome back! Today we'll be reading Fixed, made by u/Memento Mori 3. Thanks for the writer's permission. The link for the story is in the description and I hope you'll enjoy. Let's begin. You're serious, said the alien. Completely, said the human. It's not something your species can just do. No, chuckled the human with a little smile. So early in your developmental cycle, said the alien with a sort of impressed confusion. Yeah, back when we thought we were alone in the verse. Why? Was it to ensure the survival of your species? Did your population crash during a plague? No, said the human with a smile again. And you're positive you don't do it? Very, another chuckle. It's just so strange. All the problems your species faced, and you devoted resources to that. That's not really unusual among the stars. Fair point, admitted the alien. But other species don't have that particular problem. At least, none that I know of. I guess we're special. I guess, agreed the alien. When I first heard, I thought it was some sort of flex. You know, like you were showing off. Everyone knows that if you want medtech research, you find a human. All the best hospitals in the Corps employ your teams. Seems like every time I catch a newsfeed, there's another breakthrough. Still, not what we're known for. Right, said the alien quietly. We fight everything. I suppose it's only natural that we fight nature and biology too. The alien laughed a little. That is what you're known for, unfortunately. Well, we are only human, said the human. I heard it's something to do with your genetic codes, how it's more complicated than pretty much all other species. Not exactly, but kind of. We've got a lot of junk DNA, plus epigenetics on top of that. Plus, we're one of the only species that can attain incredibly significant alterations within our lifetime through stuff like diet, exercise, or stress. Naturally. Even our brains have an incredible amount of plasticity. Adaptable is what I keep hearing. Exactly, you got warrior species and diplomat species and worker species. It's not quite as cookie cutter as that, but I think you get my point. Everything from my homeworld has a variation that you don't really find out there. I couldn't believe that was your sibling the first time I met you. The gym will do that, plus the height difference. Don't remind me, the human said with a grin. But the more complexity you have, the more ways the system can break. That makes sense. Yup. Continued the human. We're blessed with such a complex system that we can endure almost any stress, survive almost every injury, and adapt to any environment. But I've heard something else too, said the alien. The human drew a deep breath and sighed. Yes, nature always has a price. For you too, just in different ways. For us, it's two things almost exclusive to us. The first is cancer. The alien's expression saddened. Did you know that given enough time, every human will develop cancer? Every single one. It's the price for being so resistant to injury and disease. We might lose organ function, lose a limb, or carry scars for the rest of our lives. But we heal with such aggression within our complex biology that it's inevitable. You get better at treating it every day, protested the alien. You even made some progress on some other species. You're right, but those other species are almost completely due to radiation exposure through their star or carcinogenic contaminants. Cancer from biological malfunction is almost a uniquely human problem, and even though we get better at treating it, it will happen. No matter how much we increase our average lifespan, in another 1,000 years, the only thing that will kill us might be us. And the second brings us back to our original discussion, said the alien. Mental disorders. I don't think disorder is the correct term, but I understand your point. What's the term then? The humans shook their head. I'm not a doctor, or a psychiatrist, or any other kind of authority. I just know that when you got something as complex as our biology hooked up to the infinitely more complexity, that is our brains, sometimes you get wires crossed and switches flipped. Wires crossed and switches flipped? That's definitely not the term either. The alien was silent until the human spoke again. I said before that sometimes we carry scars for the rest of our lives. Well, sometimes those scars are from injuries that no one can see. There's lots of different kinds of trauma, and I'm not a doctor. The human frowned in concentration. Sometimes humans don't have good parents and that leaves scars. Sometimes we're put in life or death situations where the adrenaline dump mixes up with our memories of the event and we are injured from that. Sometimes we don't even know it's happening, but circumstances teaches us to have scars in order to make it through those circumstances. Our biology will help us survive at any cost. Any. There is no cost-benefit analysis. Trauma isn't unique to humans, though. No, I'm not trying to say that it is, the human said quickly. Just that, with humans, longer-lasting effects are more prevalent compared to other species' populations. I understand. One of your species' greatest strengths ends up being your weakness. Exactly. We'll survive anything, regardless if we want to pay the cost. Something as complex as our biology is tough enough, but we still understand so little about our own brains. Every species barely understands their own brains. It's just that when a human breaks, sometimes it's catastrophic, and our medtech can't fix it. So you... said the alien, you broke? I guess you could say that, except I was born that way. The human laughed gently again. Somewhere in there, a switch got flipped or a wire got crossed. I thought that wasn't the term. It's just how I think of it. Something wasn't hooked up right. Took a long time to figure out what. You figured it out though, said the alien. The human nodded. I can't believe I didn't know, the alien said, frustrated. I just never thought of it. The human placed a hand on the alien. But your species figured it out, the alien repeated. So early in your history when you faced so many other problems. I've never heard of such a thing. Yup, we did, the human smiled, and we'll keep figuring stuff out until we can fix everything. Everything, said the alien, with just a hint of good-natured incredulousness. Everything, said the human, amidst all the other problems from our humanity, because the best of us refuse to let others live in pain. Thank you for listening. I'm glad to still have you here. I hope this did the story justice, because I personally enjoyed it. Also, side note, I have my schedule seemingly cleared up, so you may expect videos. Also, I have a Patreon now too, if you'd like to check it out. I don't know at what point it should be open, so do forgive me if it might come off as a bad move. If you have stuck around, go and show your appreciation to the writer on HFY. I hope you're having a good day, and I'll see you in the next one.